Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one place that has this vista in Southern California. I am at my new listing, which is on Desert Vista Drive here in Palm Desert, and it is exquisite. I am surrounded by nature, these cathedrals of stone, and then I have this exceptional luxury property behind me, which is clocking in at just under 5,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, with the most insane pool deck. But what I love most about the exterior of this home is that all I get to experience is the desert. If you've not been, you don't know. But if you are from California, and by this time, I've been here 32 years, I was Californian as anyone. The desert, the Palm Desert, Palm Springs, 29 palms, there is magic out here. There's the constant click of the cicadas in the background. And there is just the constant presence of the rock that bears down on you in a beautiful, organic and natural way. So, I'm gonna take you on a really special journey today. I'm gonna take you through this beautiful luxury property on Desert Vista Drive in the private community known as Ironwood. We have a golf course, we have a clubhouse. It has all of the accoutrement that you would expect from a luxury gated community, but above all else, it has serenity. So come with me and let's go on a private tour through this magnificent house here in the Palm Desert. So the story begins right here. I'm literally at the foot of this beautiful red rock mountain, which is why they've called this super private gated community Ironwood. I suspect because of the iron color in the rocks. This is an extra exclusive luxury community, and we are in Palm Desert, which is about 20 minutes outside of Palm Springs. But I just want to bring you to this really dramatic entrance. It states, "You are welcome into my estate." We've got so much to get through, but before we go inside, I kind of want to just do a spin just to show you the environment that I'm in, which is framed perfectly with these 3 cacti behind me. Okay, let's head inside and take a look at some more of the house. So the great room is epic. You are hit with a massive vista directly ahead of all of the best mountains in this part of Southern California. Because the weather is so spectacular in this part of the world, you spend as much time outside as you do inside. Certainly, maybe in the fall and in the spring and in the winter. In the summer, it can get pretty gnarly. But there is no place like the desert, especially the Southern California desert. All right, I want to start over here, which is the family room, which is located within the great room. And the scale of this property is breathtaking. So I've got seating here for easily 10 people. Now, I could have 12 or 16. So to have that many people in this space is kind of unheard of. The entire property is framed again with this brutalist fireplace, which is just bold and made of this steel that has this texture to it. Even the fire itself is oversized, but this is a relatively modern home. So when the architect was designing it, they just really went for the very defined angles. As I waltz across from the family room, I'm hit again by another beautiful area, which is the formal dining room. Now, again, this table is a 10-foot table. I've got seating for 10 here. I could easily have seating for 12, maybe 16. The scale of the property is something that really excites me. And family gatherings and holiday time, you are never gonna run out of space. So, one of the things about this area is you often find a really cool bar, and I love that it has this retro feel of stepping down into the bar. Back in the day, in the classic mid-century homes of Palm Springs and Los Angeles, especially in the Valley, you had a step-down bar like this. It was not really to this scale. This is an epic one. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of your friends can be sipping on daiquiris before they take a splash in the pool. And of course, we have sink, we have dishwashers, integrated fridge, whatever you need for this area. I then naturally traverse into this epic, bold, brutalist kitchen. I think the blue is just sensational, and I like all the accents of the countertops. Once again, everything is integrated. I got my trash, I got my dishwasher, I've got an oversized sink, and again, people can sit at the bar. Commercial grade stove, commercial grade hood, and then I have a pretty massive wine fridge to boot. A ton of storage. I've got storage for days. The microwave is nicely hidden over here. And then if I need more space, which maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't, I have a whole pantry as well, which is just beautiful. This is one of my favorite moments in the house. So in most homes, this would be a full-size dining room because we have 3, 6, 8 chairs, but this is the breakfast nook. So this is where I would, yes, you know what I'm gonna say next, be sitting down, looking at the mountains, watching the sunrise, having my espresso, maybe reading the paper. I've been feeling like I want to read newspapers again, Manny. And then I naturally traverse away from the breakfast nook and I'm met with another epically sized area, which is the outdoor dining. Of course, close vicinity to the kitchen, so it's easy to bring out all the pots and all the food. Now this yard, I'm gonna show you the yard because there's so many different areas. There's a lot of different moments that I just adore. I think when I was called to meet the owners of the property, I was drawn to this spot. And I was drawn to this spot because of this. Mother Nature's finest, these rust-colored mountains that you might on occasion get a slight dusting of snow in the winter. So my journey continues outside. I have a beautiful garden and a massive, massive, massive pool. Easily I can do laps. I'm estimating the pool is about 30 feet long and it's really deep, and from every angle you get a view. We have a bench here or a bar shelf so your guests can just sit and enjoy, stay cool at the highest point of the sun. And then as the sun begins to set, we have this massive hot tub which could probably seat 10 or 12 people. And then I'm going to take you to the pool deck itself. This is a pretty magic moment with this desert plant, which frames this outdoor living room perfectly, which is in a juxtaposition to the living room inside. And then it wouldn't be the desert and a pool if we didn't have our sun loungers, which we have 4 glorious ones right here. Okay, let me take you in to show you some of the private areas of the home. Welcome to the owner's suite. Now, as you can see, the volume and the scale remain epic. I'm going to draw you through to one of my favorite parts of the suite, which is this private terrace, which once again gives me incredible views. This is really meant to be just exclusively used by the owner's suite. Of course, it connects to the rest of the patio, but it has this moment right here where you can just sit, have a glass of wine, enjoy the day, enjoy the sunset, and just enjoy nature. Okay, let's get into the room. The brutalist lines, which I love, they are just so bold, continue. We have this absolutely intentional line over the fireplace that just really kicks off the whole room. Again, a massive fireplace. And just to give you an idea of scale, I run all the way over here, and I've still got tons and tons and tons of room. This is an epically proportioned room. It feels very grand. It feels very, very strongly designed. And in the corner, I have this beautiful window that's on 45 degrees that once again just leads out to the Vista. This plant is here, obviously, for privacy. Okay, we will continue. Part of the master suite is the master bathroom. We have a beautiful plunge pool tub, which has another moment of the desert behind. We have shower, we have his and her commode, which I kind of wish we had at my house. Walk-in closet this side. Full dual sinks here, completely reimagined. And then we have another walk-in closet there. Let me take you to some of the other areas of the home. And of course, a house of this stature requires a gym. So we've staged this as a gym, but when I came and saw the house, it was full of equipment. There was a running machine, a rowing machine, a cycling machine, and weights in here. And I think this actually might be the coolest room in the house. It has been really hot this afternoon, but that's the desert. It's beautiful out here, but feeling this lovely cold air coming from that vent is something that I personally would need in my gym. Okay, let's go see some other areas. So now we've taken a look at the owner suite. I want to show you the auxiliary bedrooms, which are again off this absolutely breathtaking great room. We start with suite number 1, which is absolutely beautiful. If you remember, this was the courtyard that we came in on. So if you have a long-term staying guest, they've got easy access in and out. They're not tripping over you in the house. Of course, it's a fully ensuite bathroom, water closet behind me, a huge shower, and then I'm going to show you the last room, which is just across the hall, and I think actually is my favorite guest suite because I love the size of it, but I love this little moment outside here because I'm a big fan of decomposed granite, and I love that I catch a little view of the Vista, and this just has a different vibe. It has a slightly larger outlay for the ensuite bathroom, water closet, making the ensemble of this home just something very, very unique with very bold lines. I keep using the word brutalist, not to be trendy, but this is a really bold house. And for me, this is something I can see myself living in if I was to move to the desert. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming with me on this really special luxury desert property tour. Like I said, there is real magic. You can just feel it. And the weather is just so beautiful today. It is really, really capturing the moment. So I'm gonna hang out here for a bit longer before I drive back to the madness of Los Angeles. And if you want more information on this house, just hit me in the comments. But I'm gonna turn around and enjoy the beautiful red rock that is just staring at me from all angles. Until next time, this is Pete Lorimer saying, toodaloo.